thank you for coming to our tea talk session, sharing the jewel tea with Toh session. So without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Toh to share with us his experience in MCMC. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you all for coming. Your presence here actually tells a lot. That's what they say, when you're going away and not going to be of use to all of you, and you're still here, it means a lot. Yeah. So, and I treasure your presence and to come here, and I know you all meant it in the heart. Yeah. So, as you know, that this is my last few days here in MCMC, and in a while, all of you will be rushing home in the usual train and car. But I know in a while I don't have to rush anymore. They were saying that the retired person, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, all remains all the same, you know. You don't know whether it's a Monday or a Sunday after one. And after that also, whether you need to buy new clothes, you know, New Year also the same, you know. So at the end of the day, you find that, yeah, all your, you save a lot of money at the end. Save a lot of money. Yeah. So, my chief talk is, was talking about 43 years. Actually, I'm 43 years in service, and it started in 1975. So, I was talking to Nasruddin. He said, if you go every year it's 1 hour, then it's 43 hours of talk. But that would be too boring. Yeah. So I have actually cut down to very few slides only, and hopefully it just brings out what I've been thinking and what I may do in the future. Yeah. So the first thing is, people say the school that you go to make you who you are. So, and my question is, I'm not sure whether if really I go to other schools rather than those two something school. Jelutong school, very famous, I love something there. And my life in Jelutong is always running away from all those gangsters there. They would chase me during lunch, tea break. And I remember they would chase me and I run and keep on running. Every tea break, every day, same thing. The guy will come, whack you behind, and then let you chase him. But one day he met his master. So I was running, and then he ran, his leg dropped into a hole with all the mud. And after that, he stopped chasing me.
Oh, you're very lucky.
But there are also others that tell you, hey, after I wait for you outside the gate, today I'm going to finish you. Yeah. So then I'll call my brothers to all come in front and wait for me. So that's the type of school I go to. And we always have public caning in the school, so no, that's our school. It's always that one. Yeah. And the students will threaten the teacher.
That's why you run away to Sarawak, perhaps.
But as I move on after LCE, last time they call it LCE, then I moved to the technical school. The technical school, of course, is a better school. And I know then how different between a good school and a bad school is. So, and that school actually gave me quite a lot of, I had a lot of interest there. So, and I learned a lot in the Sekolah Menengah Teknik, and those were the control school at those days. Of course, then I went to Maktab Teknik, and when it became a technical college, then became an Institute Technology Kebangsaan. And then finally, when you graduate, you become University Technology Malaysia. So the thing changed 3 times while I was there. Luckily, came up with a certificate I can still recognize today. If I have an ITK certificate, then I don't know who will remember ITK, right? So I graduated in 1975 with a diploma. So, as a diploma, fresh out of 1975. So you can see this is very, very old. Very, very old. You can see the P&T sign is before Second World War, British time, so they call P&T. And the P&T tells you is Post and Telecom business. Of course, later on, after the war, then there was a breakup. Post is Post and Telecom is Telecom. And it continued after Merdeka. You know the spelling, Talicom. Yeah. Those days it's Tele, and Tali. So because after Merdeka more nationalistic, so they start using more bahasa. Yes. And then JTM, they remain the telephone. So telephone is its main business. Yeah.
Yes.
Those days telephone. So telephone was, you can see all these are telephones. So telephone main business. You don't talk about internet or broadband. There's no internet, no broadband. It's just telephone. Yeah. So I came in after 1961. So it was J telephone T. So main business is telephone. And like I say, the logo itself tells you a lot of things. Logo, the telephone main business. And the Malay word and the English word also tells you a lot of things about the changes that's happening. Yeah. And in 1986, then there's a big change. Privatization, corporatization, and those guys happily took down the J and T sign. The two guys took down. And of course, Dr. Yomogi was the one that actually announced the change. And after that, I think it's the rest history. And now we have many more logos now, Maxis, DG, and all kinds of logo down there. So you can see a liberalized industry you can do.
Still, sorry, I came in late. Can you repeat PNT? What is PNT?
Oh, PNT is Post and Telecom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Before they split up.
Okay.
And it was before the war long ago.
Actually, we have a paper. Can you read that? We would read a paper, something like this, where we want to gather some facts from how each of the telecommunication evolved. I think we missed that one.
So, yep. And, well, when I was out, 1975, I was a pembantu teknik or technical assistant. And salary was 560. Only 560. Just enough to rent a room. Rent a room.
Tapi masa tu besar ke?
Yes, quite a lot of money. Yeah, 560. And my job is just to install this antenna. The guy there, he's an aero rigger, so we install the antenna. Climb up there and this antenna on the tower.
It's supervisor, right?
I have a team. A team. That somebody that is a tukang besi, somebody will drill holes and make all the iron racking. Of course, one of my experience there is that this workman drilling holes. He has been drilling holes he is 40, 50 years old and I'm just young. So I told him, hey, this is not your drill bit. It's not correct. Now the drill bit as you use actually become very sharp, right? And if you drill, cannot go through. And he drilled for days, few holes, and we want so many holes, but he drilled. So I think, hey, this one cannot, you must change your, grind your.
Yeah.
They say, don't come and tell me this. When I was drilling, then you were still not born. And that was in Gunung Nambak. So he told me like this. So after that, we said, okay, never mind. I told my technician, let's bring all this plate down to the factory there and just punch the hole. Then this was actually my first real job.
Is this you?
As a pembantu teknik. No. And there's so many information that came to me when I just joined. Flight information relay, what it is, I don't know what it is. Yeah. And then hot standby radio link. Also trying to figure out what is hot standby. So, and it was a very important link. It was linking Genting Highland. Genting Highland, there's a very big radar that scans almost our South China Sea. And all the numbers of aeroplane are detected, and the data is sent down to this guy. who is actually just below the control tower in Subang Airport. So I was supposed to pull out this link connecting this room, feed the radar feed, give it to the screen here. You can see the screen. Yeah. So of course, installation was very easy. Fix up all ready, working, running, and then I told my technician, hey, the spare part, you pass to the operating station master. Yeah. So they passed. I think they all just got master to sign the form. So nothing happened. Then a few months later, they call the auto frequency control board. I think those technical fellows know, that controls the frequency, making sure it's stable. That one rosak. Important link rosak. So they took the spare, put it in. Oh yeah, the spare also rosak. One rosak, spare rosak. Then they say, hey, how come there's another one inside there? The borang says got two. So they may check, hey, Toh, where is the other one? Then I say, hey, it's two lah. So then, wow, then the boss very angry. Said, Toh, you better check out where is this one, this card. Check. Then I said, oh sir, no, it's only one card, no two cards. Wow, luckily escaped. So it was one card. So both cards gone. So they actually put a person there, you know, AFC. So the man there is actually doing the AFC control. They put a potential meter and then adjust the frequency to keep it stable. Because the link is so important, so important. But you know, this fella get tired, he drink off, they want to drink off. So this screen, tak ada signal lah, no signal lah. Or then, I can imagine air traffic controller don't know what aircraft is coming. Yeah. So wow, we have a lot of trouble. First job and in a lot of trouble.
And you said it's 97 card.
Yes. And there were no other links. No other links. This is the only one.
Enter je.
So when I went in 1975, this thing is still there. This they call GEC5. GEC5. It was they call multi-channel radio link. Inside the one got 5 channels, voice channel, 5 channels. So there were 5, and we were supposed to replace it with a newer one, which is solid state NEC. So you can see the bar one. You can see it's lighted. You know, yeah, you can see really it's hidup the transmitter. And it's actually serving Klang Hill and actually Pulau Keri. Klang Hill, by the way, is a very dangerous hill there. And the word cemetery no more. Because cemetery is around the tower. But the tower actually has a lot of lightning. And one day, so very young fellas don't know the danger. I was lining outside, raining, standing near the sea, you know. And then I hear a big
Life threatening.
Nearly got electrocuted. Lightning strike killed me. Very close. So there's Klang Cemetery here. Still there. So you see, from the valve, not so reliable, to a very reliable link. Again, the story of spare part. We pass the station master the spare part. So I just said keep it there. The link worked for years, no problem. And when something goes wrong, where's the spare part? Start calling Toh. Where's the part? I said, you know, there's a sign. Cannot find.
But you're not involved with the soldering and things like that, Toh?
No. Those days, the telecom will buy in a kit lah. The radio link is in a kit. You come and you
reassemble.
Assemble that. Enter. So that was about those things, and the encounter was quite bad experience for youngsters. But later on, you can see that we start installing a lot of radio links in the city, and with high-rise all coming out around it, it became a problem. You can see this Bukit Nanas Tower, sekarang tak ada lagi, already taken out. And everybody go to the tower, they will fix at the lower end of the tower, never to the top. Because the top, why not at the top? For cable longer, the loss higher, the link shorter. So everybody put at the bottom. So at the bottom, they are not making use of the height of the tower. So then if you build a building, you block the signal. So and this was my two-level boss saying that, oh, he wrote an article. I think that one, whether he go to the cabinet or not, no. But he said, yeah, danger, now must instruct BBKL to instruct all the development to put it as a requirement. So after that, well, everybody starts sending things for approval, checking, you know, whether the building is going to pass or not. Yeah. But when they change it to this tower, you can see the benefit. All the antenna really high up, all the buildings are cleared, so you can build as high as you want. Not, of course, not taller than the tower. So it was like, yeah. On top of it, people enjoy skydiving, jumping down there.
Funny, yeah.
Yeah, funny jumping. So although we know Toh 450, yeah, and you can see people who are going fishing with the Toh 450 because there's life saving in Sarawak, especially Sarawak.
Waiting for your young picture. Waiting for your young picture.
So, but while in 1980 something was installing this IMTS, I didn't know it's a 0G system. There is a 0G system. Those days, 8 channel times 3 is 24, 32 channels plus 4 for government was already king of the day. And it was running at 150 megahertz. One transmitter in Bukit University, it reached very far. You can go to Negeri Sembilan also. One transmitter, one cell. No cell handover. But interesting thing is that I met this phone in actually Sarawak. And have you heard of the name Simerson? Simerson is a manufacturer of handphones. I think now probably not there anymore. And those days, a radio dealer, you selling those things, you must have a license, right? A license from Jabatan Telekom. Yeah? And so we found this phone there. You say, hey, Encik, you still have this phone? So salah.
Then you put it on the library.
I show you my bill all cancelled already. Cancelled there. How come? So, but then we dusted it, switch on. Wow, everything gone. So you can see the problem with Toh 450 is that later on in life, the security is not as good already. Yeah, security. So people can actually break in and continue to use even not paying money. Of course, you can see these two pictures. One, a lot of copper cable. One, not so many, but fiber cable. So I always think that will wireless be give you more bandwidth than fiber? They keep on lumba. You can see technology fighting. One fellow reached 1 gig, the other reached 1 gig. Another 10 gig, the other reached 10 gig. So when is this going to end? Will it end somewhere? Who is going to be the winner? And today, of course, in my opinion, there's no other technology that can deliver better than fiber. Not even in the horizon, any other, which I'm not sure, but are there new ones? I don't know. I think we all love this 1511, 1511. And I can see the internet, dia punya bunyi also people like. Feel very shocked when it locks on. So and it's that long, and you know, technology went past us, and this is already gone. Although the last mile copper is still with us. Last mile copper is still with us. And so, what is the speed?
There's one more, 15454.
Yeah. 1
Just what time?
No, the TMD.
So what is the speed of this Kahoot game? What is this? Do you all remember this, Talita? You know, the favorite of who? Stock market fellas, yeah, stock market fellas like this. Pagi-pagi on TV and watch the price going up and down. So he was a great service for stock market fellas. Spicy is very smart. He uses the time of between the lines to put in the data. So very smart. ISDN. Yeah, I remember those days when we said, oh, people tell you this is going to be in various study or learn, understand this, you know. Or else you are finished as a technology guy, you don't know this anymore. So, but then you go down the ground, you say, they always use the word, I still don't know. ISDN is, I still don't know. Banyak bincang, I still don't know. So then the issue is, maybe again, it's a research item. Why technology didn't take up? Why? Today only you have, I think, primary rate, MCMC is still using, I think, primary ICN. But other than that, the residential or tak jadi. So lessons, I don't know. Is it a marketing issue? Telco selling technology and dumping it on your throat? Tak jadi. Or there was this 1511 and 111
Collapse.
Why ISDN basic rate residential target? Of course, this one I think I saw the article, and the pride is it was built by Malaysians and no foreign guys were involved. Yeah. So they built such a huge antenna. And I saw a similar one in Bunhili, United Kingdom. Wow, huge one like this. Yeah, and this was the gateway to the world for Malaysia. Yeah. And you can see we watched Ali Fraser fight.
World Cup
Yeah, Ali Fraser. You all remember this picture? John Tay pun ada, John Tay pun ada. Zahari. Zahar, and behind is Gida. So chairman deciding how to shoot. So, but I enjoyed the high tea. I think a lot of you were invited high tea in PWTC, Riverside Cafe, to talk about these old times when we were in PWTC. And I can attest to the mee curry still like before. Riverside mee curry.
The only thing they didn't serve that day is the chana.
Yeah, no, don't have. So, for this thing, I think credit given to Sharifah. Although I started it, but she was the one that kept it running for 10 years. 10 years. Things. And I hope we will continue to find it good. Only thing is the comment is from Tan Swee Khalid. Tan Swee Khalid says the first batch of document that the legal office corporate sent to them, he said I can't understand all the law. But the second batch, my conversions go to him, he said, oh, now I understand what is MCMC doing. That's his comment. But a lot of horror, they said one of the horror of this was actually, I think Razif knows. Razif took this document, this one, which is a what edition? HSBB edition. Edition. It's a collection of articles from the past about broadband, and then he took it as in-flight reading material for Rais Yatim. Gave him the so in flight flying to Korea.
Had to carry it.
Dia baca lah depan belakang depan So when you read on,
This one, no.
where is my face? Where is my face? How come my face not there? Wow, serious. So when it came back, wow, I cannot throw.
Thanks to Razif.
Oh, this recent one.
Okay, so this, I think besides Chairman, Dr. Sharil, even Ahmadji, they're all talking about writing this book. So but I think, yes, he beat them a bit. So we all thinking, when you retire, let's get together. But writing this book, special, right? I'd like to also congratulate Ashima, because again, it is your perseverance and your push that kept this one going, or else it would have died. And I recently talked to a lot of universities, and since they wanted to talk to you, they want to create something. Yeah. Yes. But I believe it's a good one because it's going to support smart digital nation when the people are there, knows about how to use ICT in their life. Okay, of course these B's and N's, I remember we did a lot, but it's a bit cool now, nothing happened. But it has been a lot of stories.
Where's Kabila?
Yeah. And you, the last one you gave me, the last one. Luckily we never put a name.
But the B was your idea.
Huh?
The B?
D.
B was, I did. But the last one, I didn't put a name. You give us the name for the magazine. And, from Kemaman. Apa Terengganu? Ulu Terengganu.
No, come on.
So, and actually, we must learn a lesson from even Tan Swee. Tan Swee tell me, Toh, in all these magazines, I only look at pictures. Make sure your pictures are correct. No one really did. And this in a way my last project, and I know this one went through a lot of argument also. Whether we should make it like Petronas Discovery Center or like what the other one, what Kidzania, that kind of thing. Yeah. But our idea was actually more for learning, experiencing and learning. So you can see that I believe it's almost full. There's no more space. The next one you have to kick someone out and put something in. And including, I think I appreciate what Tan Swee did was to buy the aquarium and put it there. I think he has, after seeing the development, he invested in a very nice aquarium. You all should have a look. Yeah. It's a saltwater aquarium with a lot of ICT controlling, like an ICU, in the hospital. The aquarium is the person, there are a lot of pumps and monitoring to keep this aquarium alive. With the fish, the corals, and the corals actually glow at night. Yeah, so you should really look at it. So of course I couldn't continue the project. And the project would be if you can put a camera looking at the aquarium, we can see this picture everywhere in the world. But I couldn't finish it. So it's there. Hologram, I think all of us can make this hologram using your handphone also. But actually bringing it out and telling people that, hey, you can do this, maybe as an advertisement in your shopping mall or in your shop, could be quite interesting. But you can see this is actually a fireworks display, very nice. It really comes up. Of course, without forget, I actually spent some time with postal, snail mail, postal, and it actually attracted me. And Zaidi always say, anybody go to postal stamp, he's stuck with stamp. So he's not here today. You're stuck with stamp because it just sucks you in. It brings you the culture, the history of Malaysia, what happens along the line. Everything is in stamp. So keep stamp. Of course, this also latest. We just went. This garden called Easy Farming is a project which we collaborated with UPN. We're going to bring this and put here in the whole building. Herbs, and this is one of Sambung Mati. Sambung Nyawa. So they can that one, so you can see the Sambung Nyawa. But there are more herbs you can plant. So, and we have been working with Alexa. Alexa, not my second wife. But Alexa is something you can talk to her. Yeah. And he will talk to you happily, reply. But I'm going to say goodbye to Alexa. So, and this picture is the moon, very nice. During, I think, this special event, it's really very big. And as I said, as the night settles in with the moon above, yeah. And this morning I took this picture, and you know, actually Cyberjaya in the morning is very beautiful. Most of us drive cars, so we don't see it. But the last few months, I have been taking bus and walking, and I saw, wow, so nice. Morning is one, and I go breakfast and I go. So you can see that actually while we are rushing through the day, we miss a lot of things. Yeah. So do slow down a bit. Watch your left, right, front, all around you. There are actually very beautiful things. You don't have to travel all over the world to see. It is right in front of you. So that's what I mean here. It's actually all around you, right in front of you. Of course, I like to share with you this nice pineapple. It's in front of my house. I tanam this when I thought Chairman are going to renew my 3 months, so I started becoming a farmer. I started to become a farmer. Then its crop becomes so nice. And I never know that this pineapple, the bunga at the side, is actually bunga. All these are bunga. I thought it's going to grow many pineapple, but no, it's a pineapple. so nice. I have another one, but I can't find the picture. There's another red one, red color. So, of course, here my life in MCMC coming to an end. So, the next part of my life, shall I be a farmer? Learning from the professor alone. Or trying my garden. Shall I be a maker, like John trying to tell everybody, let's be a maker? Or shall I be an entrepreneur, doing something, whether social or for business? Or shall I just play, sit back, relax, and don't do anything? But then I have to manage my wife.
She got tired.
You better lift up your leg, get out, I want to sweep the floor. But most of all, I'd like to thank all of you. That's what Brahma Kumaris, actually, I saw a book written even by Dr. Simon. I was reading his book called My Grief and Our Grief. He was talking about Brahma Kumaris, the United Nations, some kind of program. He says, we all meet in this life. I meet you in this life. It's all being prearranged. We all prearranged. And you have an opportunity to meet you. You have an opportunity to settle into it. So I hope I have the chance to settle with all of you, whenever I have hutang, and to continue the next journey. And so I'd like to thank all of you. Of course, thank Tan Swee, he's up there, the chairman, and all chairmen, and also to ministers that I've served. And hope that we will meet somewhere and touch each other's life and goodbye. What normally I do to keep myself up, is actually, I think very important is to eat well, goreng kurangkan, goreng, pisang goreng, although it's a standard for tea talk at 3, standard, but today they especially bring back pisang goreng.
Very recent.
Of course, yoga, lucky lah here got yoga class, I joined yoga class, and I think Laila always come out, saw me, and the hip came off. So yes, yoga is I think quite good for especially ICT worker. Looking at the phone, finger, bend the back, or it relieves a lot of stress, in the shoulder, your hand, the back. Walking in the park is very spiritual. I think it's very good for a lot of people. Cycling, of course, I talked to my wife. We will try to move back to hometown. And I saw a very nice cycling path in something like 10 kilometers, purpose built like this. So you can really cycle outdoor. And
Mr. Toh, going back to Penang.
Yes, I'm planning to. Well, apartment got swimming pool, you can swim. You can sweat in the gym. Of course, watching TV. Not to break the US record. US average record is 4 hours per day. So don't. If you're going to watch, then you better stand up. That's what the other thing. For health, stand up and do your work. So if you're watching, you stand up and walk around and watch TV. Okay. Electronics is my hobby, and actually has still been my hobby all the time. And so like making and IoT, I love it very much. So that's my hobby, and still playing with it. Drones, all these electronics, and reading and writing, and hopefully writing. The aim is there, and the plan, the book also. I discussed with some of the people here. That actually in my life, as you can see, in schools, if you go to lousy schools, no one bother about you, you just go and rot, right? So I was thinking that maybe a book like this would tell the parents that if you give your children, guide them through, especially behavioral issues or self-leadership things, they can be great later. And that there's another book on research on brain. They say you want to learn languages, you want to learn anything, it's usually in your younger years, best before 2 language, best before 2. After 2, your brain actually shrinks. Brain grows up to 2. After 2, it shrinks. It shrinks, but they call the neural networks become stronger and stronger, but only on the things that you repeatedly do and use your brain. So it's very important in the brain. You must feed it with a lot and wide spectrum of information so that it grows and it strengthens also from that growth. If it's small, during 2 years, some people already, they leave the children minds really on your own. Don't even play music, because see, music is your sensory thing. You must give them sound, music, language, all this touch will be very important. So the topic that I'm going to write about is all this, and actually related to my wife's kindergarten and her work, and maybe it would help her in giving it to the parents. And I think that's all from me. And again, I thank all of you. And if I see you anywhere, I probably will not remember you, even Ahmad Nasruddin. So you have to say Pakcik, because I recently went to, we have to accept that we are old. So I go to my rapid, because I think, setengah harga, senior citizen, setengah harga. So I went there to my rapid, I don't know where to find my rapid counter. But the guys are right. I think and Warga must want to apply for this special I don't know, touch and go. Touch and go. He say, uncle, sit here. At first, you don't believe, like. Yeah. I get form for you. Get form. Yeah. So finally, I got 9 cards. Finally. Then the value, the untung is people call you uncle. Q&A.
Thank you so much, Mr. Toh. So I'll open up the session for Q&A session. Any questions to Mr. Toh?
Any questions?
Any questions? Any questions?
Easy question.
Anyone?
Let me start, Mr. Toh. Since you have been with MCMC for quite some time and you hold quite a number of posts, Chief Development Officer, Chief Regulatory Officer, and you have seen how MCMC grow up. My question is a little bit serious, what are the key knowledge or competencies that you see is required, maybe for different level of officers in MCMC that you think they need to know? Since I'm from academia,
Actually, you know, to tell you the truth, Actually, I think a lot. Number one is luck also. Actually, I recently during Chinese New Year, so we all gathered together, all these old ex-college boys get together. And most of the answer I get is, yeah, boss was very nice to them. Yeah. So they support the boss. The boss asks, buat ni. So a lot of time is actually your boss. You make your boss happy, let him shine, let him achieve what he wants, you will be taken care of. Guru says no.
I also want to take this opportunity, Mr. Toh, to thank you. When I joined the MCMC, I think you have been a great teacher to me, especially when we went for the trip to the UK. We went to Plymouth, remember, with Tansin Raiza.
Yeah.
And Mr. Toh taught me a lot because I came from a different industry, totally different industry from financial sector, and he taught me what this industry is all about. From the towers to the phone, to the electronics, to the interconnection, I owe you a lot, Mr. Toh. I thank you for that guidance.
I don't know. We were just talking about networks.
Yeah, and we went through quite a difficult time in terms of having to implement the access regime, and you were there. And I think that is quite tough because you also it's new to you and it's new to every one of us. So thank you, Mr. Toh. I want to express my gratitude to you today. Thanks.
Thank you. I will tell you this story. It's Tansin's story. Tansin Raiza.
Oh yes.
So we were in UK, and now is this problem of taxi, right?
Yeah.
And the taxi didn't come and pick us up. Right?
Rephrase. The limo did not come.
The limo, she actually booked all the limo, but the limo didn't come and pick her.
Mercedes.
From Hilton, right?
Yes.
Hilton. Wow, Tan Swee was really panas. And wow, until I can imagine, the white guy manager came down and said sorry to her. Bagi dia bunga.
Yeah, that one after I went to see that. I said this one my job is at stake and you make a big blunder at the stake.
Then the manager came down and said sorry to
That's right.
So again, I said 43 years and 20 years here, I can't finish all the story. It's too many stories. It's too long. I think you all are heading for the door. And so, well, wish you all the best. Thank you.
Ada lagi betul. People here are expanding. You
That's how.
maintain how?
Very cool sikit.
Ada secret ni.
Jadi cool sikit lah. Yeah. Oh, the secret is exercise, jalan-jalan. Tak payah set time for exercise. Just dalam kerja, in your work, as part of your work, you just walk here lah. Don't bawa itu mau tak payah jalan. Ada apa sih naik tangga. All this it adds up. At the end of the day, everybody also got like Samsung, the app there. You tengok berapa step you sudah jalan. Then you say, oh okay, alright. I think simple, active. Okay. We can still talk, no problem.
Mr. Tu will come back.
Yeah,
We keep in touch.
I told her if she has any naked events,
Yeah.
invite me. I know MCMC always got makan. I will come. Makan is more than makan. No, any of this meeting is always makan and networking. Both have very good value for this. To your spirit, to your soul, all of it. All right. Keep in touch. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to invite Dr. Ahmad Nasruddin to say a few words as a thank you note from all of us to Mr. Toh. Persilakan.
Okay, thank you Aisyah. First and foremost, thank you Mr. Toh for sharing with us your journey. I think it's quite very interesting, and some of the story I never heard it before. So selalu Mr. Toh selalu cerita all there are few stories I never heard it before. So ada lah, dia new, dia mungkin dia jumpa in your database. Actually, this event was organized under the platform of Sharing the Jewel, which is also one of the brainchild of Mr. Toh punya program lah. Together with TikTok and all the knowledge sharing activities. So memang Mr. Toh ni is the father of KM lah for MCMC. I think.
Founder.
That's another part. Oh, the mother. Just joking. Anyway, I think this is the time where we would like to really say thank you to Mr. Toh for all your contributions, all your, I think, chit chat, ideas. There's another question I tanya, how, because they always say that you always have a lot of ideas. So we were wondering how do you generate all these ideas? But never mind, maybe during the makan-makan we can get the answer. But again, thank you so much for being with us and for helping us, especially personally for me. I think you have been a mentor to me since I joined MCMC and until today. You're my advisor. Hopefully I listen to all your nasihat. And on behalf of MCMC Academy and also maybe for the rest of MCMC, we'd like to thank Mr. Toh for all the things that you have done for us. So thank you so much.
Yes.
All right.
The best.
Thank you.
Mr. Toh, thank you so much again from all of us to you, and we hope that you will keep in touch with us. And as a token of appreciation for this sharing visual session, we would like to invite you to receive a small gift from us.
But this is actually relates back to that picture.
The hobby.
So we want you to stay fitter. Yes. And this is something for you to remember us. This picture was taken during our recent retreat. SMC Academy retreat.
Oh.
So Pulau Peri, yeah. So it relates to your story.
Mr. Toh, another thing before you sit down, we bought a special cake just for you.
Wow.
So I would like to invite you for the cake cutting session.
Don't blow it.